All right, guys, what's happening? What's happening? Welcome back to the show. There was a big conference of 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙 yesterday, and he's been going through a bunch of stuff. And the market didn't really understand what is happening, and there were a lot of things that indicated that this thing is going to last. Maybe the time we're going to get a Bitcoin reserve might be 2 months, 3 months, 170 days far out. And the market took it a little bit with mixed feelings. And we have to talk about what really happened yesterday. We're going to talk about why is it interesting and why did the market actually do this. This is a great pause. 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙, we will make America the crypto capital of the world and provide clarity and stability to crypto founders. And then Bitcoin goes, all right, time for me to fucking die. So why did this really happen? What is really going on? The market is taking it a little bit with, it's not like what we really expected that we're going to skyrocket. Stocks are down as well. It's not because of obviously the conference yesterday, but I have good news. And that is that I think a lot of people miss the point. And so I've been thinking about this, and we're going to look at what is really happening. We're going to look at what I'm really buying into this announcement and into this conference. And then I think it is actually an incredible opportunity. So someone is saying here, alt season is on. Guys, let me know in the chat if... So the chat is not rolling here for me. So let me just refresh this. So some people are saying all this is back, and this is exactly what I mean. I'm gonna give you my thoughts. Guys, if you're here and if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe. I bring you the best alpha in the space from the past 24 hours. I simplify crypto so you understand everything. If you watch this show in a day, you will understand everything. So if that sounds good, subscribe to the channel. Come back every single day and what are you laughing? Cuz is like, are you on I don't know, are you on mushrooms? Cuz is just sitting like this. Okay, cool, let's go. Chaos is tired, boss. Yes. Need to print money. Yes. Alts lost all value, man. Exactly. When there's blood on the street, that's when you become greedy. And when there's greed in the street, that's when you become fearful. So let's jump in here. This is how the market is taking this. So I mean, I don't really think it's like that big of a pump happiness that we've been expecting. And yesterday we've been like, everybody was like euphoric. Everybody's like, oh my God, 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙 is speaking in his first conference. It's going to be crazy. And then this is what we see. What is also interesting is cool. I just wanted to say, and shout out to the 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗙 team. Now you are able to see stocks all at once. So Uber is down 5% pre-market, AMD down, Google down 7, almost 7.5%. Why do we have Google 2 times? Goog and Google. I don't know. Okay. But you can see crypto and you can see stocks as well at the same time. You can create portfolios on 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗙. Go and check it out. It's actually quite unique. And you can see there. Now, what is interesting is that the market is taking this with a pinch of salt. What are you hold on a second, guys. What are you laughing at? Are you laughing at something funny that I can look up in the comments as well? Cuz is running the show with me here, and he's just laughing his ass off. I don't even know what's happening. Cuz, tell us, enlighten us what's happening. Enlighten us. He's laughing here. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so as Scott says here, absolutely incredible that we're in a place where we have the luxury of being disappointed when our government is doing a full press conference on crypto. Amazing how far we've come and how bullish it is when you zoom out. Like, it's wild to think that there is the chair of Senate banking, there's the chair of House Finance Services, there's the chair of Senate Aggregate, there's a chair of House Agriculture, and they all are talking about the fact that there will be an evaluation of a strategic reserve. There will be an evaluation of a stockpile. There will be a regulatory framework for stablecoins. There will be regulatory framework for crypto companies to exist in the United States. And the market takes it like this. Like, what is really happening? What is really happening? What is happening is that we became kind of numb to good news. And we don't really understand and we don't really appreciate, because I don't know if you've ever had to do tax reports, right? We all pay obviously taxes, lots of taxes, and tremendous amount of taxes we pay. And so when you talk to the tax authorities, it's like talking to a freaking scientist. Like, they formulate the things they say in a way that you don't understand, so you screw up and you pay more. That's kind of how they do it. And so this is very similar to what we see now. And I do think that since the institutionalization and the politics that came into crypto, we don't really understand what is happening. We don't really understand great news. We don't really react on great news. But when there's bad news coming in, everybody loses their shit and the market starts dumping. So it's very, very interesting. But I want to run through through why I think is... Also, guys, I want to let you know that please smash and obliterate the like button. We're going to do the drinking water. Not now. You have time to smash it, so you don't have to wait now. I'm going to drink some a little bit later on. So it's time for you to like smash the like now. But there will be a point in the show where I'm going to put an alarm on. What is it? A timer on. And let's just not get there. Let's just not get there. Okay. Bunch of things that I want to bring on here. One is I tweeted about this. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I mean, you're making a big mistake. I update you in these news. I write threads. I simplify crypto. I give you trades. All that. There's a link in the description. So David Sachs just called one of the... I highlighted 3 things that we're going to talk about here, but it's actually quite cool. You can look it up on YouTube and just listen to the whole thing. But 3 of the main things that stood out for me, I cut a clip on it literally a minute after it happened, and I uploaded here on my X. But one of the things that he said is, listen to this. This is one of the most interesting things.
Esoteric subject, and
this is David Sachs. He's the crypto czar. Okay, so crypto and AI czar. He's like the big boss.
It is good to explain it, to kind of demystify it, because I think once you understand that, you've kind of got the cryptocurrency itself, like Bitcoin, but then what it really runs on are blockchains, which are just distributed ledgers. It's really a new type of decentralized computing platform, and there's a lot of things that can be built on that computing runs.
I want you to listen, and if you came back on the show, if you have watched the show yesterday, we talked about Ethereum and how World Liberty Finance and Trump and the Trump family is moving into that. Listen to what David Sachs is saying. I'm just going to play it again. I want you to pay attention.
Are blockchains, which are just
ledgers.
It's really a new type of decentralized computing platform.
It's a new type of decentralized computing platform. Well, let me tell you one thing. Bitcoin is for sure not a decentralized new computing platform. That's not what it is. It's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So, and this guy is not stupid. He knows what he's talking about. David Sachs has been invested in Bitcoin forever. He's been an advocate forever. He knows what he's talking about. And I feel there is something, again, I'm just going back to this, that they can't say that we're talking about ETH. They can't say we're talking about all the other cryptos, but it's not, there is a potential that it's not really about Bitcoin at all. So again,
blockchains, which
he talks about the blockchain. He says Bitcoin is cool, but the real stuff below is the blockchain.
Type of decentralized computing platform, and there's a lot of
decentralized computing platform, and a lot of things that can build on top.
So, in any event, we're happy here to.
And anyways, this was one of the most important thing for me. And at the same time, Eric Trump is bull posting ETH. So like. Again, this was one thing. We're going to get back to this whole thing a little bit later, but I'm just building up my thesis here. The second is they're talking about stable coins, and a lot of people were disappointed because we didn't hear, he didn't come out and say, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a strategic reserve tomorrow. That's not what happened, okay? And people lost their shit because they thought that was going to happen. I don't know what we expected. Anyway, so this was the other thing that was very interesting that he said. He talked about stable coins and stablecoin regulation as one of the leading things they're going to focus on. And I'm going to talk to you why it's important, but listen to this.
We're excited about working with both the House and Senate on stablecoin legislation. I know Senator Haggerty introduced a bill today. This stablecoins really have the potential to ensure American dollar dominance internationally, to increase the usage of the U.S. dollar digitally.
Listen to this.
American dollar dominance internationally. I know Senator Haggerty
stablecoin regulation
introduced a bill today. This stablecoins really have the potential to ensure American dollar dominance internationally.
They have the potential to ensure the U.S. dollar dominance internationally.
To increase the usage of the U.S. dollar digitally as the world's reserve currency.
To increase the usage of the US dollar. So for all of you who are wondering why on earth these guys would come and start talking about stable coins is because they want to understand the technology below. Of course, fine, Bitcoin is there, but they want to understand how they can strengthen the US dollar. And yesterday, I literally deep dived into World Liberty Finance. And if you remember back, if you came to the show, if you didn't, well, shame on you. But if you did come on the show, you will remember that I said that that the vision and the mission of World Liberty Finance is to create decentralized financial systems that strengthen the US dollar. Okay, so when you start connecting the dots and you have David Sachs coming out here and telling it into our face that they are going to work on a stablecoin act, a stablecoin regulatory framework, so it can provide an opportunity for the US dollar to strengthen in the international market, that's not going to run on Bitcoin. That thing is not gonna. That has nothing to do with Bitcoin. But anyway, it's gonna be good. Obviously, more stable coins, more regulation, more people gonna use stable coins is good for the US dollar because I'll be able in whatever anywhere in Europe I can have USDT, a regulated, government-backed one-by-one stable coin. Also, just so you know that these guys, one of the chairmen, actually do hold a big portion of Tether. As well as shareholder, none of these guys. But anyway, so what you see here is that they're strengthening the stablecoin, or they're creating a stablecoin stabilization and stablecoin regulatory framework for them to be able to move on to crypto. It's very, very, very good. One of the main reasons is that stablecoins solve this problem for the US. Let me tell you, there was a very good sentence here. I think about it. Stablecoins like USDC and USDT spread dollars access to more places faster and with fewer restrictions than the traditional banking system. Someone in Argentina, Nigeria, or Turkey can hold and transact in dollars without needing a US bank account. This keeps the dollar network effect alive, even in places where governments want to de-dollarize. So we actually work with quite a lot of people, and we've got people from across the board who tell us that they actually can't have access. Where was this guy yesterday on the 𝗙𝗔𝗙𝗙𝗦 Club? You remember that guy yesterday on the 𝗙𝗔𝗙𝗙𝗦 Club? He came up and he said that he actually can't have US dollar. He can't hold more than $50. Well, Bolivia, where was it? Bolivia. So we have these discussions on the 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗦 Club. I have a trading channel. It's called the 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗦 Club. You will be able to find it if you go here. Let me just find it. You'll be able to find it. There's a link in the description. But it's called the 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗦 Club, and we do these things regularly where I bring people up and then we discuss. We can also bring. By the way, did we pin the stuff? So there is a link. There is a link in the description. It's a pinned comment. It's a pinned comment. It should be. It's up here. You can join me here. So I have this studio set up here. You can just jump in here next to me and then we can have a discussion. So if you want to participate in that, make sure to just log in there. It's a Zoom call. You can just request to be here and then I will bring you up at the end of the show. But anyway, and on there was someone who said that they can't hold dollars in Bolivia more than $50, and that is a problem. And now this basically solves that problem because they will have regulatory framework and you will not have to worry about anything else. Okay? So that's the other thing. Moving on, the third thing that is very relevant is obviously they've been asked about the Bitcoin strategic reserve. Here is what they said.
One of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for a Bitcoin reserve. And so that is one of the things, that's one of the first things we're going to look at as part of the internal working group in the administration. So as soon as we get all that set up, we're still waiting for some cabinet secretaries who are on the working group to get confirmed. So we're still in the very early stages of this, but that's one of the first things we're gonna look at is the feasibility of a Bitcoin reserve. I think the concept of the sovereign wealth fund is a little separate, and you'd have to talk.
He confirms that they are looking at it as the first thing, as a reserve, and second, he confirms that the sovereign wealth fund, what we talked about, has nothing to do with them.
Secretary Lednick, or soon to be Secretary Lednick about that.
Okay, so what is the TLDR here, and why am I thinking alt-season can come? The TLDR is the following. He was asked about.
Hey, David, good to see
He was asked about the Bitcoin reserve. Here's what he said.
That they want to make Bitcoin or digital assets part of its portfolio. You're going to have to ask the incoming that. The item that President Trump asked our working group on digital assets to study is whether it's feasible to create either a Bitcoin reserve or some sort of digital asset stock.
Okay, that's what my internet doesn't work. But what he says, someone says here that it will take months, and exactly that's my point. Exactly, that's my point. Here's what he says.
That clear regulatory framework that the.
Why? It's Twitter. It's something with Twitter.
Talk about.
In order to provide that clear regulatory framework that the digital assets ecosystem needs to sustain innovation in the United States, and so. Those chairmen, I think, are very committed. President Trump is committed, and I think we can do something here. But as you know, moving legislation through Congress takes time. But I think this is something we could do in the next 6 months.
You did talk.
This is something we can do in the next 6 months. This is the key component here. The TLDR is that the sovereign wealth fund that we talked about, basically a fund for the government to actually do kind of business and the taxpayers will benefit of that business, TLDR, is going to be presented, or the idea behind that, or like how this will really work, the plan will be presented in about 90 days. 90 days. While David Sachs' crypto plan is set to be put in front of Congress within the next 170 days. That means David Sachs and the crypto group has about 90 days to put the plan in front of the president. And then from there, they have another 3 months, about another 3 months, 90 days, to put that in front of the Senate. Okay? That means we're looking at least a 3 to 5 to 6 months period of nothingness. And what I mean by that is that we do have the news coming out that yes, there will be some kind of reserve. We're looking at it. Come back, check on us in 6 months. We have an agreement that there will be some kind of sovereign wealth fund, which will happen, but these guys don't have any impact on that, and it's actually going to happen in 90 days. So there will be the plan put together in 90 days. What is interesting is that there is the guy here, and I want to dig deeper a little bit. There is this guy here who was standing behind David Sachs on the conference here. He's a chairman. Okay, so what you have to know about this guy, he's a chairman, a congressman. But he's a congressman, he's been there forever, but he is the chairman of the new subcommittee tasked with overseeing all areas related to digital assets and financial technology. So he is a chairman. That means that he's making executive decisions regarding these assets. One thing you have to notice is the following. When this clip plays and he's being asked about the National Reserve, look at these guys in the back.
One of the things that the president
look at these guys in the back.
to do was to
It's like a kid's class. It's like a kid's class. They're like, oh, dude, they asked about the reserve. We can't tell you shit, bro. Can't tell you shit, but we know it. We know it. Now, there was someone who cut it out. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This is when he and he says, off to you. Look, off to you. Look at him. He looks at the others.
So
He's like,
one of the things that the
bitch, we know it. Even a wink. There's even a wink. We know it, bitch. We know. Let's go. And they go, oh shit, we were actually in a conference. Okay, sorry.
Bitcoin reserve, and so that is one of the.
Okay, so like they know something. Now I don't know what the hell they know, but one thing is for sure: this guy's the chairman. He's making executive decisions, and you can't really hide human emotions. And so this guy with him winking knows something. Now I have bad news for you. Here's what he said about the Bitcoin National Reserve.
Strategic bit value do you think
The idea, but not convinced.
for the U.S. Treasury?
You know, I remain interested in the idea, but not convinced that that's something that benefits the U.S. balance sheet.
So let me just translate. He says, I entertain the idea, but I'm not convinced that a Bitcoin strategic reserve would benefit the U.S. balance sheet. So we can be fucking laughing here, and everybody's like, oh, what they know. This guy is not convinced.
I know very little about the legal process for.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
I just think
he goes, do you make any difference between the stockpile? And if you follow my show, my acts, you know that I've been talking about the difference between the stockpile and the reserve, and there's a massive freaking difference. But here's what it says.
About a stockpile versus a reserve.
No, I don't. I just think it's. Typically, in the federal government, we try to release things that we have back to the private sector for use.
We release back what we have to the private sector for use. You know what that means? Liquidation. That means exactly what I said. If a stockpile is being created from the already seized tokens and digital assets, and this guy is saying that a national stockpile is something that they actually release back to private use, that means that is liquidating the seized assets in case of emergencies. That is what stockpiles are used for. Now, what I'm telling you is this guy is in the chair of the new crypto group that is created. This guy is not convinced about the idea of Bitcoin strategic reserves. This guy, David Sachs, talks about the underlying technology, blockchain, and talks about the opportunity of decentralized financial applications built on top of it that would enable the dollar to strengthen on the international market. So we can talk about all this stuff, but what you have to understand that it will all come back to what is really the intention of the stockpiles, what is really the intention of the crypto group, and where this thing is going to really go. Now, I will tell you what my TLDR of the whole thing is before we move on to charts. One is that most likely there will be no bullish news for Bitcoin for the next 3 to 6 months. This is what it is. There is nothing that they can say in the next 3 to 6 months that will skyrocket the market. There's literally nothing. Sailor is buying, we know it. Strategic reserve at some point is coming, we know it. 90 to 180 days. Sovereign wealth fund might include Bitcoin and other digital assets, we know it, 90 days. There is nothing that says, or there is nothing that can convince the retail market more than because it's just like, because it's literally just realizing it's like, damn, son. There is nothing. There is no reason. There is no, someone said any publicity is good publicity, but there is no publicity. There is nothing. There is zero. There is zero reason to actually be bullish on Bitcoin. But there's a lot of reasons, in my opinion, to believe that altcoin season can be happening. Now, before you turn this off and you go F you, Fefe, I'm not screaming for alt season all the time. You know me, okay? But I genuinely mean it, that this here can be a very good opportunity. Because if we really look at the fact that there is nothing that can really move Bitcoin, no better news, there is no news that can move Bitcoin. We know everything, all the cards out on the table. And we know that the dominance have to come down. And we know that we're at a part of the cycle where the altcoins rally starts. Why can it not happen that Bitcoin takes a little bit of cool off and people rotate without having any additional liquidity coming into the market? People rotate from Bitcoin into their altcoins. Let me tell you something. If you look at your altcoin portfolio today and you look at your Bitcoin holdings, don't you think, oh my God, my altcoins went down 60% while my Bitcoin is up 25? Don't you have the thought of reallocating, rebalancing your portfolio and being like, this could be generational buying opportunity? Yes, you do. And I think people are going to realize as more and more bullish news is going to come out on DeFi, world of finance, maybe, as I said, Baron Trump is launching. Maybe we're going to have all the projects launching their new stuff. Why don't we just start seeing a rotation from Bitcoin into altcoins? And then 90 days from now, 90 days, 100 days from now, we're going to come back in summer and we can simply reallocate back into Bitcoin. This is exactly what I think is going to happen. So this is exactly what I think is going to happen, and it's kind of scary. This is. I'm gonna show you a chart here, which is gonna throw your mind. Not even a chart, but like some data. But I want you to. This is the part of the show where I need you to. I'm not gonna put the timer on now because I'm not. But like, I need you to smash the like, guys. We need to get to 500 likes for us to continue the show. And also, if you don't know who I am, my name is Fefe. Someone is saying here. Franco is saying, listen to Fefe. He knows. There you go. So just listen to Fefe, he knows. There's a link in the description to my X profile. Okay, make sure that you check that out and make sure that you follow me there. I post the best alpha, like genuinely the best alpha in the world. Over there, I share with you trades, I share with you everything. So go and check that out. Don't forget to go away and sell me. But that's what I'm saying. What if it's sell and may go away for alts? And what if it's buy Bitcoin and stay, you know? Don't forget to go away. Fefe the Oracle. Thanks, Fefe. Drinking orange alpha aid. Karim is asking for the total market cap analysis. I just need 500 likes and we're doing it. Simple. Listen to Franco, he knows. Good one. Still got Peters for the. Yeah, I know. I understand. Have some water. Will do opposite. Market will do opposite. Because there's such a smart comment. I'm your editor. It's nice to say. Yeah. The shorts. Massive shorts are coming. Shout out to Mohammed. Shout out. Great alpha. Thank you. Thank you. Brain dead. Don't say that. It's so bad. You have to understand. There are power behind the words you say. If you say brain dead or I'm brain dead or whatever, that actually reflects and manifests in real life. I know some of you don't believe this, but I promise you, do not talk to yourself like this. Do not talk to anyone like this. Brain dead is such a powerful expression. I would never, ever use it. Ever. Because I do think it is horrible. So just don't do it. Don't do it for yourself. I promise you. Just don't do it for yourself. People think I'm joking here. We can look at each other. Should we start on like I gave most of the alpha. I wanted to do charts and trades. Like I can live without doing charts and trades. Should we do that? Do we well go to 2.7? Depends. Fefe juice, yes. Just smash the like 500 times. You just gotta smash it. I mean, we can spend time here. I just think it's just so much easier. We have 1,100 people watching. Literally just 2 seconds. Smash the like and then we can move on with the show. Smashing the thumbs up. Negative comments. Where? The power of words. Yes. What's up, Fefe? What's happening? Ignore the haters. I am. Gang, homie. What are you drinking? I'm drinking horse piss, bro. Lie. SMC. Yes. Subscribe. Yes. Please teach us exactly how to draw order blocks. Okay. It's quite simple, but we're gonna put out a video on the 100x Club on how to draw order blocks. We're gonna put out a video on there, so it's worth following. Again, there's a link in the description to that as well. This is 100x Club. This is my trading channel. You want to check out. There, you scroll down in the description here, and you will be able to see it. We're at 444 likes. We're almost there. Do we use the last money for margin to buy now? I think so. F used the 𝗙𝗫𝗟𝗏. I don't know what that is. Yes, hype. My comments blocked. I was feeling epic. No, you can still feel epic. You can still feel epic. Let's go. Guys, I brought some charts here because I think it's relevant. Let's do with the total market cap analysis. What if we up the stakes? What if we say, okay, we have like almost 500 likes, but it was kind of slow. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna do the total, and I'm dead serious. I'm even gonna turn up the music. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna do the total market cap analysis. If we don't get to 600 likes by the end of the total market cap analysis, I'm gonna end the show. You won't. I promise you I will. Now I promise you, I will do the total market cap analysis. If we do not get to 600 likes, I am going to say goodbye. I'm going to end the show. I guarantee you that, okay? I have so much offer to give, but I've got a lot of shit to do. Like, if you guys don't like the show, that means why would I spend time here? Because you guys don't want the show. So let's get into this. Okay, so I warned you now. Okay, let's go. So we have the total market cap here. Okay, here is what I'm looking at. Now, I was telling you on the bottom here, and I was telling you that he's like, let's keep him here. Vito is saying he ain't gonna do it. Brother, watch me. Watch me. I promise you I will end the show. I promise you. You will see. Okay, so here is what I'm thinking. I was expecting the market to rebound here. As you see, I drafted this here, and I was saying we're probably gonna get a bounce here. The bounce came, and I'm actually, market moves from liquidity to liquidity, okay? And so what I'm actually thinking is the following. I'm thinking about seeing a retrace here. But in general, my target didn't change all the way up here. So my target didn't really change with this. This is actually kind of, it's a lower time frame order block here. But this is the massive order block up here where we really need to see. And I do think that it draws the chart as liquidity draws. So what I really want to see is we're probably going to push into this. We're coming down very nicely. Lots of things I want to say. One is, there are two ways we can map out reversals. One is a V-shaped recovery, right? So when it comes down like this, you have a V-shaped recovery. This is a V-shape that breaks above there. You enter here, you wait for a 50 retrace, you enter here, and then you move on. This is the most obvious one. A lot of times you do not get these obvious reversals. What usually happens is, especially after these dumps, like look, the market from the bottom went up like 18% in the total. That's a lot. Okay, so we're looking at, it went from 2.8 trillion up to 3.3 trillion. That's $500 billion added in a matter of a day. You know what I mean? 2 days. So what you want to see is when this happens, when this kind of recovery happens, what you want to see is a four-point structure formed. And usually the four-point structure is characterized by a low, a high, a 50% retrace, and then a higher high. This is a perfect four-point structure, okay? And so when you have a four-point structure like this part, the way to confirm it as you go forward, that this part is not a very steep decline. So if this is not a steep decline, but it's actually a slow grind down, that indicates that there's liquidity building up, which is basically stop loss orders people are shorting, and that can be taken by the market makers. Now, for all of you who are completely new to this, I'm so sorry, but this is just how we do this every single day, and you will get the hang of it. So when you see imbalances, when you see a massive push, you see this candle, so there's no sellers here. Buy. All these candles are higher and higher and higher. And so that means that there is massive buying pressure here. And when you see elevator up, which this is, I would call this an elevator, and when you see to the same level, you see this is where it started. And to the same level, the retrace is not an elevator, but it's actually a staircase down. That's a very strong indication that we are going to see a bounce and target the next liquidity zone. Currently, the next order block, the next liquidity zone is up here at 3.42 trillion. So I would like to see a bounce up there, and we most likely are going to see a bounce form. Now, the question is from there. I do think this is a textbook setup, okay? A textbook setup, because we can see a retrace all the way down here, and this is what I actually want to see. A retrace all the way down here to the 3.1 trillion-ish region, a lower low, a higher high, a market structure shift, and then a target of the next liquidity. When that happens, we're gonna take it again. We are going to look at the market again, but this is my game plan. As a summary, I am waiting for a 4-point structure to form. We do have a low. As a summary, I'm waiting for a 4-point structure to form. I do have a low here. I do have the first high. I need to see a 50% retrace down here around the 3.07 trillion. And then I need to see a higher high form over here. If we do not see a 50% retrace before pushing, sell, because most likely this is a trap. We are going to come back lower. Whether we're going to take this or not, yet to be seen, but we're probably going to come back to retest 50 at some point. If we do get a dump from here into the 3.07 trillion, buy, because it is an incredible buying opportunity. And if we get a close above, we will have a clear invalidation level down here, and we can just ride the wave. My obvious target is first the 3.07, and the second is drawing liquidity up at 3.42 trillion. This is what I'm looking at, and I do think this is something that is going to happen. Okay, let's see where we're standing. 564. So I'm gonna give a 1-minute timer here. Cuss things, I'm joking. I'm definitely not joking, bro. I'm definitely not joking. We gotta take each other seriously. Where is my timer here? I'm gonna start a 1-minute timer. It's a 1-minute timer. If we don't get 600 likes, we stop the show. Until then, I'm gonna tell you one thing. We do have an incredible deal for you guys, because I'm a G, because I arranged a cool deal for you guys. We've got an exchange called L-Bank, okay? You get 50% deposit bonus. That means if you deposit, it's a non-KYC incredible exchange. They've been around since 2015. Should be safe. You know, like our team did a due diligence. If you sign up using the link in the description and you deposit $1,000, you get $500 out of the bets just to trade with. They literally gonna throw $500 to you, okay? It's a no-brainer. They have up to $1,000. They have up to 100% cashback as well on your fees, much more bonuses and a lot of stuff. But do it, guys. There's a link in the description. I promise you. I don't know how much these deals going to last, but I promise you that this is something you want to do. All right. So that said, thank you so much for watching. The time has passed. Where are we? 602, brother. I would have stopped it. I promise you I would have stopped the show. I promise you. I promise you I would have stopped the show. Okay, so anyway, 602 likes. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. So then we're gonna move on to charts. Smash the freaking people arguing in the chat. Smash the likes. No, smash the like. No, I don't smash the like. You smash the like. No. Okay, why would they be giving back free money like that? I'll tell you why. It's an onboarding tactic. Look, the reason, and this is a very good question. Very good question. So here's how it works. One, you can't get these deals in the bear market. You can't, because exchanges are low money, projects are low money, interest is low. But when there is a bull market happening, and then companies like us, like Banter, have the power to go to these exchanges and be like, hey, we like your work, we like the exchange, we want to work with you, but we want an extreme deal for our community. The reason why they do this is because how much would it cost them to acquire a customer through general marketing? It would cost them much more. Okay, so what they do, they give you you deposit $1,000, so they assume that you're gonna try the platform. If you like the platform, you're gonna stick, and obviously you're gonna like the platform because it's a great platform. And they're gonna give you $500 bonus to actually trade with. You can't withdraw that. You can trade with it, and you will obviously use the platform by trading, and you will realize that it's a great platform. So it's an acquisition cost for them, and it would cost much more. So it's very simple But you can't really do this every single time, and especially can't do it in the bear market. So this is why it's incredible, and you can't really get this deal anywhere else. This is why we negotiate the great deals for you guys. I promise you, I wouldn't put my name on it if it wasn't a great deal. Someone said they do it because most are gonna lose it anyway. I mean, you can literally. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this as a challenge. That's such an incredible idea. I'm gonna do this as a challenge. I'm gonna open up an exchange. I'm gonna claim this 500 bonus, and from nothing, I'm gonna make like $2,000 just to show that it's freaking possible. Note this down. No, I'm gonna spend it. I'm not gonna give it away. I'm gonna show you guys how you can do it, and you can do it if you want to. Yeah, it's good. Just note it down. Let's talk about it after the show. I'm gonna do this. So from nothing, but you need like $1,000 to get $500. Okay, you can borrow $1,000. You can borrow $1,000, put it in, get the bonus. You can trade with the bonus and trade it up so you have the money. Okay, so let's go and do the charts. So we talked about this. Here's some of the stuff that I'm looking at. I'm long. So let's look at ETH. No, don't even look at ETH. Let's see what ETH is doing here. Yes, I'm not happy about this. It's such a freaking like it's ready for like another fall. I don't like the chart here. I definitely don't like the chart here. But I'm long ETH. I'm just breaking even on my ETH, but it doesn't look good, bro. It does not look good. It doesn't look good, but I want to, again, this is like I'm layering back into the market. I don't have liquidation price. Make sure that you obviously keep it low, but this is a clear market structure, This is something you would short, and actually, in fact, we should short, bro. This is something you would actually short. This is something that you short. It's a beautiful market structure. It's like probably comes back and has to come back 50. This would be the ideal scenario here. 10%. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a short here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna take a short here, guys. Just so you are aware. My short is gonna be. Let me just see this. Yes. Don't follow this. This is the bull market, yada yada. But I'm probably gonna short this as a hedge short. I am going to keep my long open, just so everybody's aware. I'm going to short this. I'm going to short ETH down to the 2.5-ish. Stop loss is very tight. It's like 3%, which is nothing. So up here at 2, let's make it 2.9. 2.9. This is going to be my stop loss, 3%. Obviously, make sure that it's a hedge short. So it's not like heavy, full in account short. I'm targeting at least the 1 to 2.5 on certain times that the market is building up liquidity. So it will be very, very good. All right. So this is one of the things I'm in. Hype, I'm in a long. I'm looking to add to it. Let me just delete it. I'm looking to add to my hype. There's massive liquidity built up here. So this is something that you probably, this will get taken. Like it's not even a question. I'm targeting on hype. I'm targeting 33, guys. It's like easy. Targeting 33. And I'm long. I am long. Can have a retrace down to the 23-ish region. I don't think it's happening. I think the bottom is mostly in hype. I don't like this liquidity here, but I think it's not going to get taken. If it didn't get taken now, if this gets taken, we're fucked. Like it's big time screwed. And I'm also long. Let me see what else I'm long. I told you about this yesterday on the show, by the way. Stacks was a Sol. So on Sol, yeah, Sol looks beautiful as well. Like I do think, like look, so Sol looks beautiful. This is what I'm expecting on Sol. This is a textbook setup. Okay, a textbook setup. You do have a retrace. You don't have a 50% retrace here, and you have a very good order block here, right? A very, very good. You can even pull it down here. Yeah. So and there is liquidity built up here. So this here is massive liquidity. That means this is going to, let me guess that it's also like March session lows. Yes, look at this. Oh my God, this is going to get taken for sure. And this is New York. This is going to be the best. This is going to be literally one of the best trades we take. So here's what we're going to do. As it comes down, I'm immediately going to take an entry here at like 196. Okay. And we see how it goes. But my initial low is down here at 189. And my ultimate low is 174. So that's how you should position yourself. But when it takes this liquidity, and it will most likely, maybe it does this. But it will take this liquidity. When it takes this liquidity, that's the time to enter in Sol. I am already in long. My entry is 189. So it's like down here, 189. But I'm going to average that up, and I'm going to go heavier in here. If nothing else, just for a scalp, but I'm definitely taking this long. I'm actually going to set an alert here, and I'm taking this long. Let's go. All right, what else do we have here? What else do people want to see? Huh? Fart coin. Stop spammers. Any mods? Yeah, any mods. Huh. Albank. Yes. Check it out. AVAX. Let's go AVAX. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, that doesn't look that bad. I think AVAX is gonna pump. I think we're gonna get a retrace here, and then we see. I hope it dumps first, because if it dumps first, we get the 50, and then we leave the liquidity behind. But I don't think it's happening. Most likely, it's pumping. I mean, it's a retrace. Like, this is the low, this is the high, this is my structure. Or you can also go on the lower time frame on the 5 minute. This is a break here. This is a retrace. Possibly can come down here. Yeah, great buy. 24.8. Great buy. Great buy if you can get that on AVAX. It's a great buy. Grass token. Same thing. Massive liquidity building up. There will be a flush. There will be a flush. There will be another flush. There will be another flush. Not big, but we'll fill the wick. Grass 122. Great buy. That's like 10%, eh? Yeah. Another 10% is incoming. Another 10% is incoming. I'm probably gonna take some. Yeah, I'm probably gonna close partially my positions. I'm closing partially my positions. Cause he's like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, but I'm like, it's small positions. My ETH, my ETH was very big, so I closed my ETH position. I'm 50%. Okay. Okay, so I closed, but I'm gonna take a short on there. Grass, I would not take a short, but I do think it's, I do think it can be a sell-off. Brett, let's look at Brett Vito. You doubted me that I stopped the show. You think I wouldn't stop the show? That's a big mistake. Same thing, same scenario down here. 529. Goodbye on Brett. If we go higher, short it. 66 short. I just did it. Murat says Tai. Oh, this music is going off in my ear. Same thing. I think it's gonna get taken. And Tai is good, fantastic project, by the way. This can get like down here and then potentially buy at 21 cents. 21 cents. So I think INJ. Oh, INJ. I wanted to tell you about INJ. So INJ is interesting for me for a lot of reasons. One is they just had a massive rebranding. Look at this. So it's not only like, I like the rebranding narrative. I don't know if you've been here last year, but this rebranding narrative was actually quite great. It's good for the project as well. INJ obviously been here forever. Massive project, incredible utility, incredible team, very capable team as well. And they had a massive rebranding. And one thing I wanted to say, which is always very important, to talk to the team. I'm invested in the token as a spot as well, as a long-term bag. But they have an improved onboarding flow, which is going to be very important when you talk about onboarding projects into your layer one, intuitive user experience, and they have an enhanced UI on their INJ scanner, like something like the Soul Scan or ETH Scan. So I do think I told about INJ a lot of times, and I said that they are definitely something to look out for. Let's look at INJ, the INJ chart. I still think the same. So if it comes back up here, it's a short term. For a long term bag, edit. 3 to 5x easy. For trade, if it comes back to the 17, I would short it. If it breaks down below here, which is more likely now as I see, breaks down below here and revisits this 13.8-ish region, that's an incredible long opportunity down here. So this would be what I would be looking at. Jupiter, let's go Jup. Still waiting for it. Yeah, I'm waiting for Jupiter to come down here. Yeah, I'm going to buy Jupiter at 90 cents. Gonna buy Jupiter at 90 cents. It's coming down beautifully, by the way. Maybe it's not going to be 90. Maybe it just wicks through here because there's built up liquidity. Maybe it just wicks through here. Look at this. I'm waiting for the 50 here. Maybe it doesn't come back down. Let me see the sessions. Yeah, it's New York. It might not come down. It might just wick through here. Liquidity. Might just wick through here. Come back into this OB. Yeah, 90 cents. Yeah, about 90 cents. Yeah, I think so. I think that's doable. I think that's the place to buy. Around there. If you can, 90 to 91 cents, definitely a buy. Definitely a buy. I promise you. Okay. WIF. Now I have a cool chart on WIF. Look at this. Someone posted this. I'm going to talk about this news as well. Look at this WIF chart here. So it says, spotted an expanding triangle pattern in WIF coin. This pattern remains valid as long as it doesn't make a new low. And I mean, this doesn't have any sense. Like, I mean, here's probably a good guy, but this doesn't have any sense. What does make sense though is that probably buying WIF here is not a stupid idea. Like the whole sphere drama and whatever didn't help at all for WIF. But if you look at the what the fuck was this chart? What is this? Where does he see this chart? Where is this chart? What is this chart? Where does he see this chart? What is this? What is this? Where does he see this chart? I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Where does he see this chart? Do you know what he sees? Can it be log scale? I think it has to be log. No, it's not even that. What is this? Are we? Is it me? What is happening here? What is happening here? Okay. Oh, it's 3 day. Okay, maybe 3 day. Okay, it doesn't make any difference, but let's go 3 day. 3 day. I mean, what? It doesn't make any difference. How did he know? What is this?
Is it the same date? The first candle.
2024. He's 2024. Literally the bottom for him is 2024 beginning. How? What is it? Like, I don't understand. Okay, anyway. It's not, that doesn't matter. I don't know what this is. Anyway, should you buy WIF here? That's the question. No, let's move on. No, but I think it's I think it's a good idea. Like I think it's a good gamble. That's what I would say. Like buying WIF here. I mean, I want to see a close above here. If we would see a close above here at 106, I think it's gonna be very cool. It's gonna be very, very cool. So I could be interesting. Okay, so let's go, and I wanted to show you some other news, which I think is relevant, and we're gonna round up the show very soon. But shout out to Ben. Ben is still not following me on X, so I'm still crying. Like, I want to see Ben. You should follow me back. Ben, the CEO of Bybit, such a cool guy, fantastic guy. Anyway, he posted that Bybit registers with India's financial regulator, settles monetary fine, and expects a full operations license in the coming weeks. So shout out to my Indian brothers, you and sisters. You will be able to trade on Bybit, which is huge. Inflows on ETH ETF, reflecting on my thoughts here, is very good. It's one of the highest ones ever, 300 million plus net inflow. SEC commissioner Hester Pierce. Now, if you know this girl, you know this sis. So this sis is the real G, or Gina, if you know what I mean. She's been, struggling with this Gary Goose clown, and so she's been elected as a commissioner. Appointed by President Trump, and she's absolutely pro-crypto. And she had a statement. This is super interesting. She had a statement, and the statement reads as such: the new, regardless of whether those tokens or coins fall within our jurisdiction, meaning the SEC, the Commission never endorses any projects or services. There is no such a thing as an SEC seal of appeal. Spinning up coins and tokens. This is listen to this. Spinning up coins, and this is the commissioner at the SEC. There are 5 commissioners who basically the top people at the SEC. Okay, so this girl is at the SEC, one of these commissioners, and she's making this public statement. She says, spinning up coins and tokens is easy. If people want to buy a token or product that lacks a clear long-term value proposition, understand memes, for example, they should feel free to, but should not be surprised if someday the price drops. In this country, meaning the United States, people generally have a right to make decisions for themselves. But the counterpart to that wonderful American liberty is the equally wonderful American expectation that people must decide for themselves, not to look to mama government to tell them what to do or not to do, nor to bail them out when they do something that turns out badly. What does this mean? This means, brothers and sisters, go out, gamble on memes. If you lose it, that's on you. You're an idiot. And if you want to invest in something that promotes a long-term viability and project and like proper white paper and this and that and partnerships, and then you get rugged, then come to us, we'll sort it. This is incredible. I think it goes under the radar, but this is incredible because what she's basically saying is that the American people have the freedom to decide if they want to get wrecked or not. It's incredible. It's incredible. You can go gamble whatever you want. If you lose, we're going to have the SEC will probably have a framework that we will be able to cut it off of your taxes or whatever that is. You do whatever you want to do. We're not going to limit you. We're not going to limit MetaMask. We're not going to limit all these companies to actually get access give access to on-chain transactions to the citizens of the United States. You can do whatever you want, but if you get rugged on a project that promises something, that is something that we're going to assist you with. So it's actually huge news. You got to watch out because in the next 12 months, there will be $36 billion worth of liquidations, you see. Altcoins will be unlocked $700 million on average every week. So I'm going to look more and more into this platform. If you're trading anything, look up this 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗦.ai, which I'm looking at now, but you have to look at unlocks. And you gotta see what unlocks do you have. Mocha, Move, Aptos, Render. Make sure if you trade these, make sure that you see what percent is being unlocked. Here, for example, on Move, it's 2%. Mocha, 0.14%. Render, 0.10%. So if you start long in any of these assets, make sure that you understand that there's going to be massive unlock and what the implications of those unlocks might actually be. I think this is it. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that we should talk about? No, but I swapped to log. That didn't work. I swapped to log. It didn't change. Yes, I did swap to log. Okay. I don't know what happened then. Oh, is it TJ? TJ letting us know. TJ in the house. I also wanted to tell you one more thing. And that is that I get, again, like happily, I didn't get a lot now, but I get like weekly 1 or 2 where people say they got scammed, hacked, they clicked on the link, whatever. Please do yourself a favor. Spend $5 a month on this thing and get yourself a VPN. It's super important, guys. I know you're thinking that, oh my God, being shit. I promise you to the core that you need a freaking VPN, okay? You need it. NordVPN is incredible. I use them forever now. They have a threat protection built in. It's literally, you can activate it on your phone, you can activate it on your computer for literally, I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. And it pings you if you click on a link that is a phishing link. I use it, again, every single day, every single time. Dude, there's a link in the description. I appreciate if you use my link, but please promise me that you are going to use a VPN. Please, it's such a simple and cheap switch. Don't go out and eat at McDonald's for one time and then you save this for yourself. Go and get yourself a VPN. It's very important, very important. Okay, guys, that said, people are asking for more token analysis and stuff like that. Should we do a 100x Club stream? Should we do that? Should we do that? Guys, we're gonna do more on the 100x Club, much more on the 100x Club. You gotta go down in the description and subscribe to Fefe's trading channel. Go and do that because we're gonna do a bunch of stuff up here. And while you're down in the description, you can also subscribe to the vlog, which is my weekly vlog. It comes out every single week Sunday, and we push you, literally show you what we do in my life, how I navigate the whole thing. And then of course for daily alpha, make sure to follow me on X. This is where I can really update you. I'm gonna post videos and much more. So it's worth being there and doing that. Guys, I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you are going to come back tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be here. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications here on my X. Check out every link in the description. Get yourself a VPN. It's very important. Please, get yourself a VPN. And of course, take the benefit of Albank as well, our partner. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching, for loving, for liking, for commenting. And yeah, people are saying we should do the 100x Club. Mohammed is saying we should do the 100x Club. Cause what should we do? I'm going on Crypto Town Hall in like half an hour. Can we spin up a show for half an hour? Okay, cuz, it's on you. Let's spin up. If we don't have the show up in the next 10 minutes, it's because of cuz. Okay? Cool. We're going on to the 100x Club. Okay. We're going on to the 100x Club. Okay, please do. Okay, people want it. Okay, we're going there, and we literally, the only thing we do there is you ask a token, I analyze. You ask a token, I analyze. There's a link in the description. Come and join us there. Thanks so much for watching. Truly appreciate you. Check out these 2 videos. This one of them is going to be the 100x Club. You can go and click here, and you can subscribe by clicking here. I'll see you in the next one. Truly appreciate you. Ciao.